Hello, this is Luke Stokes. It's June 1st, Tuesday. How are you doing, Katie? And this is our
Hey,
FIO update for the week.
how's it going?
It's going well. It's going well. We got a bunch of different things to talk about today. One of the things that people are really excited about, apparently, is our staking project, which actually you put a poll out there recently on Twitter, and we were very happy to see that the things we're working on are the things that our community is excited about. So as we could see here, more than 59% of the people that were polled here, is about over 200, so that's kind of cool, are very excited about token staking. And as you mentioned, like going through the replies and stuff on the tweet, there was a lot of excitement for that. So again, as a reminder, we're closing the loop on the economic model for FIO. We currently reward the block producers. We reward the technology provider IDs, or the TPIDs, those who integrate the FIO protocol. And we have some of the fees going back to the foundation to continue doing development on the protocol, business development, sales, marketing, that kind of thing. And so with this change with FIO staking, we're also going to be rewarding the token holders who vote for the block producers that secure the network. So I did just get an update today. I had a staking call right before this call, actually. And, working with the team, working out how the locks work, and there's some changes we have to make and this, that, and the other, but it does look like we're still on track for about midsummer for that to be on the testnet. And so what I mean by that is, and again, take this with a grain of salt because development timelines can always change, but we are looking for release around mid-July and that's on our testnet. So that's when we will be testing it as a community, be functionally complete, and be working through it. And at that point, there's the potential for other products and services to implement the staking feature as part of the testnet testing and things of that nature. So very excited about staking. I think that's going to be really interesting for our community, very cool for our token holders, and the ability to encourage more people to participate in governance and voting for block producers. So definitely excited about that project coming soon. In addition, go ahead.
No, I'm really excited about that one. Any opportunity that I get where I can stake my tokens as well, I usually take advantage of it, as long as it makes sense and with the lockup periods and things like that. So.
Yep, and as a reminder, we have a FIO improvement proposal, a FIP, for the whole staking process. And we have, did we do a blog post on that yet, or is that coming out? I think we have a.
We did.
Excellent.
Yep.
So we have a blog post as well. So what we're doing with the FIPs are kind of the technical language of exactly how the protocol is going to change. And we're making a commitment to always have a marketing piece or a blog post that goes along with the FIP, so you can kind of understand it in normal human language, human speak. In addition, something else that I personally been involved with a little bit this week that I was excited about, FIO, as you may know, is an EOS.io based chain. So we're very well connected to the EOS community. I myself was a block producer on the EOS community back when it launched, as far as the EOS mainnet. And if you're part of that community, you've probably heard a little bit about EdenEOS. It's a really interesting exploration of governance. It's a new governance model with something called the political playoff system. And so I've been somewhat involved in that process, kind of testing out the idea. I've read Dan Larimer's book, More Equal Animals. Here's the website here if you want to check it out, EdenEOS. It's actually EdenEOS.org. EdenEOS is a separate website. And the reason why it's connected a little bit to FIO is we've talked often about FIO verified identities. And one of the interesting things about the onboarding process to the Eden system is that you have to have existing members vouch for you. You do a little video call, kind of like this one, where it's like an induction ceremony, and then that becomes an NFT. And so I got thinking about how we can provide FIO addresses to everyone who goes through that process, and it's a form of verified identity. So they've got about 37 members now, and I've got a little script, so I'm actually assigning FIO addresses at the Eden domain. And they're hoping to get to around 1,000 members by July 4th. That's kind of the stretch goal that they've set for themselves. But it's really interesting. We're always interested in exploring blockchain governance models and how they work, and different mechanisms for community building, and how the FIO address can kind of be a way to bring that all together. So I'm kind of excited about the fact that if anyone is part of that community and they want to, for example, provide funds, because the way the system works, they're going to be stewards of funds, people can then request those funds with an @Eden FIO address. And there can be some commitment to know, oh, okay, that's really coming from a real community member. I can go look at the NFT with the video of how they became a community member. And so it kind of ties it all together. It's something I'm pretty excited about. And the potential, if you read that book, of that model being something that impacts politics in the future is pretty exciting. So it's just a little pet project that I've been playing with, and it relates to FIO identities and the Eden EOS.io and EOS community that we're all part of as part of FIO. So pretty interesting stuff.
How does a community member, FIO fam, how do they get in @Eden or @EdenEOS?
It's at Eden is the domain right now. And that's a great discussion actually, because I was talking about whether or not my kids should be part of it. Because I talked to them over the weekend, and I put out if you check my Twitter, I put out a little video on YouTube about discussing this with my kids. Would they want to be part of this new governance experience? And there's some that say, this should be really focused for just the EOS community, for the EOS mainnet. And others are like, wow, this is such a big governance thing. We want everyone involved, wives and husbands, and just not, EOS specific developers and builders of software. So it's kind of all still being developed right now, but we'll keep you posted. It's an interesting idea. Again, we like to explore all these different governance things, but if you are interested, we'll put the link in the description so you can check out these new different ideas for governance and what they might turn into in the future when nobody really knows.
Super cool. Super cool. What else is going on? Just a little update from like the marketing side, so you guys can have like behind the curtains view of some of that work that is like a little heads down at the moment. There's quite a bit of work being done on the website. So completely giving that a brand new facelift, reorganizing some of the content, making sure that it's relevant, optimized for people to understand what FIO is, what problems it's solving, what are the benefits to like yourself or me, why should I care about this, and most importantly, how do they get involved? So making that super easy. We've got a fantastic human experience graphic designers, done fantastic work with for decades with like I think Wells Fargo, if I'm not mistaken, and Merrill Lynch maybe. Don't quote me on that, but anyway, he is leading this project and the design functionality of it for also the FIO dashboard, which will be is another exciting project that's going to be coming up in around the same timeline. Don't quote us, but in the summer, where it'll be super easy to register an address, register a domain, link it to your respective wallets, the integrated partner wallets, and being able to manage them in a much more seamless way. So we're excited about that. Other things going on, we have weekly contests, just encouraging more of the community to participate. We're really starting to build up some of our email database. It's not mandatory to have that, but it really helps the foundation to be able to understand more of who the users are from the marketing side, and being able to expose more of the crypto community to what FIO is doing, and continue to grow this project. It's one of those conundrums in the decentralized space. I'm definitely hardcore decentralist, but we have to find the right balance. So we've got weekly contests going on where we're giving away FIO to different FIO addresses, growing the team. We've got a couple of things going on, not just in marketing where we're growing that, hiring additional support for that. We've also got right now, I can even share the screen. Pardon me, we have an ad for social media manager. Links to this are going to be in the description. We've gotten huge response to this, which is really cool. And then maybe Luke, you can touch on a little bit more about the full stack.
Yeah. So one of the things that we've learned, and as we've been exploring kind of the role of the foundation to support the protocol, is we focused mostly on the core chain itself, thinking that the wallets and exchanges, the integration partners, will be managing, updating SDKs and the API surface and things like that. And we've kind of realized that they want our support there as well. So we have a position here for a full stack front-end developer, and this would include, working with the SDKs, TypeScript, Kotlin, all of the iOS SDKs, all the different pieces that you need to be able to easily implement the FIO protocol into your product or service, your wallet or your exchange. And so if you've got experience in these areas, or people that do and are looking for an exciting opportunity to work with a really great DAC and a great team, definitely hit us up. This is where you can get more information about that. And you can always jump into the Discord. That's kind of where our main community of active worker proposal participants hang out. And definitely let us know that you're interested, or someone is interested. We'd love to hear about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's just really cool to see these projects that are like starting from inception, and kind of like what we're going to see with EdenEOS as well, where, you're developing, you're in, having and inviting more minds and ideas and talents and experiences into these projects, and they continue to just kind of snowball. And it's just great to see that happening here with FIO as well, and bringing some of these things to life that everyone's looking forward to. Another thing going on with the festive background we've got here, but I'm also a South Florida local, is BTC Miami. So huge conference happening in the industry. One of the first conferences back since the lockdown, really. So I think everyone's itching for in real life discussions, drinks, conversations, just get back into the flow of things. So I know you're going to be there, Luke. You're flying in. I will be driving down. Lots happening there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's one of those things where I kind of wasn't planning on going, but I just had so many of my friends and so many people I know in the industry are like, you're going to be there, right? You should be there. You should really be there. And I'm like, yeah, I should probably be there. I finally had a friend of mine convince me, like, no, you're part of what we're doing. You need to be there. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, flying in tomorrow, which would be Wednesday as of the time this was recorded on Tuesday. And I'm looking forward to connecting with people in the industry, connecting with other wallets and services. And if you are there, and you can find me, I'm at Luke Stooks on Telegram, for example. It's probably a good way to connect during the conference. Definitely look me up. I'd love to connect with you and hear about what you're working on, what product or service you have that should be FIO enabled, that should be human readable addresses with decentralized payment requests and metadata in the memos, making your product and service easier to use. So it's actually designed for the people that are not in crypto yet, but want to be, and are going to be kind of too scared to deal with it as it is today. They need a better user experience. That's what FIO offers. And I'd love to connect with you about that. I'd love to know more about what you're doing, what your product and service is all about. And so come find me at the conference if you can, among the 10, 15,000, however many people are going to be there. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of really interesting activities going on. And so look forward to connecting with you there.
Yeah, awesome. And also if you're not going to be there, but you think that there's a certain project or another organization in the space that's going to be there that we should be connecting with, let us know about that too. So we'll try to scout it out. We'll be there. There's a lot going on. I think there's also Shitcoin 2021 that's happening right next door to this. There's a lot of offshoot events. And you were telling me this morning I think they sold out at 12,000 tickets.
That's what I saw, something along those lines. So it's going to be very interesting to see how many people actually, I've been to some bigger conferences, but this is probably one of the biggest crypto-based conferences that I've been to. So it's going to be super interesting to see what unfolds. It's probably going to be a little bit of a madhouse, but I'm looking forward to it. We'll see.
All right. Well, looking forward to meeting some of you guys out there. We are going to sign off on that. And we will catch you next week or in any of our channels, Discord, Telegram, wherever you're at. All right, Luke,
Thanks so much,
you
Katie.
so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.